Okay, for mine I was able to use some software and play around to navigate through the screen when I recorded this yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then I'll come back up for questions at the end. Hi, I'm Olivia and as you know, I'm a senior here at Lynn Davis involved in the Capstone class. One piece of background knowledge about me is that I love animals and I always have. So naturally, entering Capstone, I knew my project had to include animals. My whole first semester when thinking of project ideas, I first thought of things that would impact my community. My first idea was to hold an adoption event at the Redmade site in Indianapolis at Lynn Davis. At this event, I envisioned not only dogs and cats to be available for adoption, but also give the people of the community an opportunity to be in a positive environment and give them the chance to connect with others. At this event, I wanted to gain enough knowledge through working with the Humane Society beforehand to be able to answer any questions about volunteering opportunities, house training, and other valuable tools. My goal was to impact the community in a way that people as well as their pets would benefit from. This idea did not end up working because in order to bring the Humane Society animals to Lynn Davis, I would have had to raise over $300. I emailed back and forth with the volunteer coordinator of the Humane Society before deciding against following through with that project. I thought $300 was a large amount of money to raise for a project I was only hoping, not positive, would be successful. After planning and arranging for my original project for over half a year, I knew I had to quickly think of another project. I began to think about my future during and after college and my interests. As of right now, I am interested in occupational and physical therapy as well as working with kids who have disabilities and, of course, animals. The idea of working with service dogs alongside kids with disabilities came to me. My plan was to either bring kids with disabilities from Wayne Township to service dog organizations or bring service dogs to Lynn Davis classrooms. Having friendly animals in the classroom has been shown to relieve stress and tension, so I thought this would be a very good plan to follow through with. I tried to contact hospitals and nursing homes in order to find out what organizations they may use. I didn't hear any helpful information back and noticed all the obstacles that were coming my way. If I were to follow through with this project, it would be very difficult to bring dogs to Lynn Davis due to allergies and phobias. If I were to bring kids to service dog organizations, there would be multiple forms to fill out between the organization and the school in order to take the kids out of school. I would also have to arrange for transportation, find chaperones, and raise money. I decided it was best to scratch that project and start over one last time. At this point, after 2 unsuccessful projects, I was discouraged and out of ideas. After talking with a former Capstone student and her mom, a teacher at Rose Elementary, we came up with a new idea. Jenny, her mom, told me about Rose Elementary's therapist. The therapist, Laura, brings kids interested in animal safety and care to a friend's farm where they can learn more about them. There are many traditional farm animals such as pigs and chickens, and some not so traditional, such as fox and a deer. After contacting Laura, we decided a good small project for me to do for her would be to create a set of rules kids should follow when visiting a farm, as well as an instructional video to go along. There would be housekeeping rules such as leaving the animal's environment the way you found it, to rules on handling and interaction with the animals. Along with joining Laura on her trips to the farm, I would also like to shadow her in the classroom. Being able to get a closer look at a profession I had looked into would benefit me in my future career. Through Capstone, I have had many disappointments from failed projects and stress when coming up with new ideas, but I have been supported by my Capstone classmates and mentor, Kara Heisman. I've learned the chain of discipline rather than motivation. Motivation is fleeting and is easy to rely on because it requires no effort to get. We should not focus on how to maintain motivation, but rather to train yourself to work hard without it. One last thing I learned is to expect obstacles to come, throw you off your course, and confuse you as to where you go next. The obstacles are inevitable, but learning to move from them is when you become successful. I'll answer any questions.
Why did you elect to record your Capstone project?
I've had a really stressful week, so family
didn't think I'd be able to go through with presenting in front of them.
When you developed your list of rules for the kids to follow when they went to the farm, was watch where you step on that list?
I'm sure it'll have to be. I'm actually visiting the farm for the first time today,
Yeah,
and then I'm going to go back Thursday.
Where's it located?
It's in Avon somewhere. I know she has a lot of land, so it has to be somewhere far away from
Yeah.
all the subdivisions and stuff.
So have you been to Rhodes then to go with your with the therapist?
I'm going to go to the farm today and tomorrow, and then after that, I'm going to try to go to the school and shadow her in the classroom.
And how did you get connected with her at Rhodes?
I have a friend, Hannah Patchen, and I was talking to her about my Capstone project and hers last year, and her mom knows the therapist at the school, and she just said that she just thought we were alike because she's been working with her for 2 years, and she just wanted us to meet beforehand, and then when she thought about Capstone, she realized that this might be a good idea for me to get connected with her.
Did you still end up liking your project even though it wasn't like what you originally planned?
Yeah, I think I might actually like this project more than my other ones. In the beginning of Capstone, I was really nervous because I felt like everyone else had their project already done, and they're really interested in it. And I just kind of had thought of it on a whim, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go through with this. But I was never really fully committed to it. I always thought there would be something else that I could be more interested in. So I think that this will be better for me.
So as far as like what you're studying in college, did this affect that at all?
I hope when I go shadow her in the classroom, I'll know if I'm either really interested in any type of therapy or if I'm not, and I can go ahead and scratch that off the list instead of having to worry about like in college. So I hope that I will learn within the next couple weeks if that's what I want to continue doing.
What are some things that you've learned through this process?
The biggest was at the end about motivation and discipline. Especially in the beginning when I wasn't really committed to my project, I was having a hard time working on it and trying to go through with it because I just wasn't as interested in it as I would like to be. And so I'm really glad that I disciplined myself to go through with those projects that ended up not working because then it led me to this, which is something that I'm really interested in.
It's an important part of the process.